Here's the game. Let's see. Started off with f4, bird's opening. Let's play a reverse Dutch. Or not. Yeah, let's get the C pawn forward. I'm not sure how I want to treat this knight. The knight could come here. He's playing in kind of an interesting way, maneuvering this bishop over here. I don't know these ideas. How about I play h5 here there? So if he plays g4, I will just take it. And this might secure this square for my knight. The square on f5. Yeah, and I gave up a square for his knight too. Okay. So I can start maneuvering my knight now, right? Get that knight up to f5. See if he wants to play e4. Maybe he can. He didn't take the pawn. that was kind of silly. I played right here when I played knight e7. You know, I could have gone to h6 and gotten to that square that way. I didn't have to come here. Left that pawn hanging. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, let's see if I can do better here. Yeah, it's kind of a mysterious position. Let's see. I want to play b6 to defend the c pawn. I don't want it hanging again. I also want to put the bishop on b7. Take a look at the king side over here. And indirectly at that e4 square, he could still push e4. Yeah, so he is not going to castle on the king side. Maybe fianchetto the other bishop too. If he kicks the knight, I'm just going to drop back to d6. So if he plays g4, I'll take and then knight back. Bishop here. Now I wonder, yeah, there he goes. So this opens up the h file for my rook. And my pawns seem pretty solid. And I can line up along this diagonal to harass his king a little bit. So what's the best way to prepare this? You know, maybe d4, pawn takes, pawn takes. Pawn takes, knight takes. Bishop takes. I don't have enough force on that square, actually. He wins a pawn. I could put the... You know, I think I'm going to keep my king in the center for the moment. So I'm just putting the rook opposite his king and queen here, which should be annoying when I play... now I can play d4 here. And when he takes, I'll get some kind of tempo move on the queen. So it should make that possible. It should make that a possible move. Also, his knight may be loose. It's defended by the knight, so maybe not. If he takes with the knight, I'll take with the knight. Takes with the bishop, I'll take with the bishop. Just keep taking until this pin is exposed along the C file here. Yeah, so he's stopping to think. That's probably a good idea, a good point to think here. I wonder if my rook can actually invade. Okay, so he wants to keep it closed. That makes sense. Makes sense for him to keep that closed. So what's my response here? looking for good squares for this knight. The knight could come into b4 there. That looks interesting, I guess. Queen goes there with check. Okay. Let's start by lifting up my queen then. I'm trying to prepare knight to b4. And so I'm eliminating queen to a4 as a reply. And he covers that. Okay. Now, this knight could go somewhere else. You know, I have knight to b5 at some point, if as long as the queen is here. If this knight were out of the way, I would have that immediately. See, if I go knight b5, he takes. I can move this knight with tempo, but it doesn't gain me back a piece, so probably not sufficient. Okay, maybe blockading the let's drop back here. Blockading this square is an idea. Knight to b7 to c5 is what I'm thinking. It seems like he had a similar idea. Or maybe he's just going after the e-pawn. I guess that there's sense in that too. The d-pawn, the advanced d-pawn. He's got 3 pieces on it, and I've got 3 defenders. So it's okay at the moment. If I play knight to c5 and he takes the pawn, I can take the knight and then take the knight here. No, it doesn't work because he takes back with the knight. I have to be a little careful. I could play knight to a5 here. He wants to bust up the queen side. Very logical play here. Let's take once. No, let's leave it there and let him take. So knight to a5. If he takes and I take back, this is still defended. And his knight here is loose when I take back, so that's something. Yeah, maybe I should have taken advantage of that. No, I had to clear both knights off that diagonal, so I didn't have an immediate way to take advantage of it. So now I guess I am threatening a little something here. Knight here with an attack on the queen, and then the knight, a simultaneous attack. Take the knight, I take the knight. But he could also just move the queen and defend the knight. Hey, it's a very complicated game. A massively complicated game. So he decides to take there. Okay. I was just going to take back. I guess his knight could hop into g5. That might be annoying. With pressure on the e-pawn. Well, also he's just tearing apart the cover of my king here. Yeah, so he starts piling up on that pawn. I can push it forward, I guess, at some point if I get desperate. Let's start by taking the knight. Yeah, after I take the knight, don't I have a double attack here? Knight here hits the queen, and bishop here hits the knight. Isn't that a double attack here? Can he defend? Can he defend that knight with the queen? Yes, he can. So queen back to d1, yeah. Okay. Now I could bring my queen into this square. Also go here, putting more pressure on that knight. Where's a move? could hit the knight with the rook. And the knight would probably move. No, the bishop's covering that square. Here. Hit the knight with the rook in this direction. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't I castle here? When the knight moves, the bishop behind it is loose, right? Yeah, this is a wild game. But my rooks are connected. And he can play knight to g5 here, hitting this pawn. If I take time to grab the bishop, knight takes or rook takes on e6 might be kind of annoying. But, you know, I can also, with the rook here, I can threaten, bring my queen out to threaten b2 there. The rook on f2. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Okay, well, he's using time. That's good. Yeah, my last couple games have been way more complicated than usual. So I'll take with the rook. How's he taking back? Takes with the rook. I take the rook. He takes with the queen. Ring the rook here. The queen moves to the side. Yeah, I don't have queen b5 hitting that pawn. That was wishful thinking. Can I pile up the pressure here? Yes, I have time to double rooks, don't I? Because he still hasn't defended the bishop behind the knight, so the knight still can't move. Look at my time, 2:47, and we're only on move 25. Got to be careful with that time. Yeah, okay, so we're doubling rooks, and he's piling up. He is piling up on the on that. Okay, so now if I take the bishop, and let's just take the knight off, I guess. If I take the bishop, it hits his queen, you know, so there may have been something there, but I didn't want to spend more time calculating. I wanted to play some moves here. And I think this wins a piece, right? I've got two minor pieces, and he just has one. But he might mate me, so I'll have to be careful. I'm also threatening his bishop, but let's deal with the mate threat first. Queen there. Oh, that's annoying. Queen takes e6. Okay, so I've got a little huddle around my king here. Let's start bringing my pieces in. Chasing his queen away. Yeah, it's not so easy to do, is it? Bishop to c6 and rook to d8 is an idea. Rook e8. Bishop c6, rook e8. Get the queen off this diagonal so that this rook is unpinned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so he's got one pawn for the piece. And the time situation is evening out. He's still got half a minute advantage over me in time. And his king is more secure than mine, yeah. So he goes there. First, threaten the queen. And if he tries to go somewhere to hit my bishop, like if he goes there, for example, I can play rook up, hitting the queen and defending the bishop. I need to do all of this with tempo because at the end, I need to move my knight. So here's a trick. Let's see. Okay, he didn't. I was going to say, if he grabs that pawn, I had the idea of playing bishop, or rook takes bishop, rook takes, rook here, check, and then winning the queen. Okay, didn't have to do that. Okay, where does the knight want to go? Here, here. Yeah, those are the only two moves. From there, it doesn't seem to have much future, right? It can't. It defends there, but it has no... it has that square. But then it doesn't go anywhere. So let's go back this way. He can come in along the back rank here, but I can just take it at the moment. So he hits the bishop. There's the bishop want to go, probably there. I thought tripling on that file is the best move, right? Yeah, he gets it now. Because he goes there with check. I take it. Queen comes in with check. And I have to move the king out of the way. That's too bad. And I don't see a way to defend it. I can take here. So rook takes bishop. Queen takes rook. Here check. Queen takes, queen here check, king here, rook here check. I can step up here. I'll still have a piece and a I gotta move. Knight here. Get the knight out of the way, and I'm just gonna have to start running. So should I take first or run first? Maybe like this. So I'm giving up my queen for a rook. And so I'll have a rook and a piece for the queen, but he's got the extra pawn still. What is that about? I need to keep my knight defended. Tricky game. Yeah, I was expecting that, so at least I had an idea what to play there. I think that was pretty forced anyway. So if he takes, I take with the pawn, he pushes the pawn forward, I can take with the king, but then he can check on this file. Oh, I can take with the rook, and then it checks I can beat with here. Yeah, so bishop takes, pawn forward, I take with the rook. Queen there. Okay. Let's see. So I can't move the bishop, so I better defend it. Okay, so I have an idea here. Let's see. Check. Rook takes, queen takes rook. He takes here with check, and my queen is hanging. So it doesn't quite work. I need to defend the bishop somehow. Let's see. And he's looking at this square and maybe that square. Let's drop the bishop back here. Let's see what he does. Maybe his idea is just to take the e-pawn. D-pawn, rather. Okay, 37 seconds to 24 seconds. Oh, he goes there. Ah, that's unfortunate. Can't take with the queen because of the sad, the sad pin factor there. So I didn't get to play my tricks, but I still ended up with the rook and bishop for the queen. I think he's going to mate me, though. Well, we'll see. I think he could have brought the rook in. That might have been better. Yeah, now he brings the rook in. Okay. Shucks. 14 seconds. He's going to check me on this diagonal, and I can't block with the bishop. But I can move the king, I guess. 11 seconds to 32. Ooh, tricky, tricky, tricky. He could have taken the rook there when he checks here. I'm not sure what his idea is. See, I'm down to 20 seconds. What is the idea here? What are you planning to do? Ah, that's the idea. He mates me here. That was kind of a nice ladder. Okay, well, I'm no longer over 2,000, but it was good while it lasted. I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.